This month, Virgo, your attention will be on the money, on earning money, spending money, borrowing money, securing money, and enjoying money as well. Love, beauty, and relationships will also be a topic, but what I love the most for you is, believe it or not, intellectual stimulation. I'll explain. I am Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not necessarily believe in astrology, but who love hearing their monthly forecasts. And this is yours for October 2025. Let's start with your ruler, Mercury. It starts the month in Libra, your area of personal finance. So see, financially relevant topics may have your attention already. Mercury will stay here until the 6th. And while it is here, it would be easy for you to make transactions, to do the admin work necessary to get paid, or to brainstorm new opportunities for that. Okay, I said easy. What I should have said is probably something like easier, or maybe just you will have to do it whether you want to do it or not. But once you do it, you'd be glad you did. Moving on. There is a full moon in Aries on the 7th of October. In your horoscope, Aries is activated when there is some form of interdependence present, when it's complicated. So it could be a relationship, if it's committed and serious enough to produce those interdependence bonds, like you share a bed, kids, a home, secrets, a bank account, you are responsible for each other's well-being, or it could be your own psychological depths. So in theory, this full moon could show you the state of affairs in this intimate part of your psyche, your own or related to your most intimate relationship. That could be. So, for example, if you experience an epiphany regarding how close you feel to your partner and how much your life wouldn't be your life without them, it's definitely looking like the effect of the full moon. But Aries also rules situations in your life in which you have the opportunity to use other people's resources or other companies or entities' resources. I'm talking debt, mortgage, money or property of relatives that you can also use, investor money, grants, stipends, tax returns for some reason also fall into this category. So the full moon may bring you some vital information regarding any of those on the days surrounding the 7th. Was your mortgage approved? Are your relatives going to lend you money? Did you get the stipend, etc.? Pay attention. Remember, these forecasts are for groups of people, for every Aries or Gemini, etc. They may be great for a quick sense of the mood, but often what matters more is how transits are interacting with your personal chart and what your personal progressions are doing, which progressions are basically your unique roadmap of development. This is what I look at in private readings, and you can book one through the link above or in the description. Next on our list is Venus, the planet of love, beauty, art, and pleasures. She is spending the first 14 days of October in your sign. Congratulations. What that means is that up until the 14th of October, you are more likely to want to be attractive. This is really important. Motivation. And also, if you do try to be more attractive, pleasant, appealing, Venus will be helpful. She will amplify your efforts, basically, and allow you to enjoy the process. Effort is key, though. This is a pragmatic Venus. She knows that magic is something that has to be actually done intentionally. So give it a thought or two, invest some effort and maybe a bit of money as well into making yourself, and by extension your life, now more pleasant, attractive and loving. And yes, if you are dating, this Venus will absolutely try to make you more appealing, more valuable on the market. On the 14th, this Venus is moving into the next sign of Libra. Libra, remember from the beginning of the forecast, rules your area of personal finance, which includes shopping and property, so things that belong to you. She is the best assistant when it comes to making the right choice in shopping for high value anything. She has a very good taste also for perfume and accessories. So if you are thinking of shopping for winter, second half of October is your best bet, and even better if it happens after the new moon. What new moon? Well, there is a new moon in Libra, the personal finance area of your horoscope, on the 21st of October. So before the 21st, selling, getting rid of things that have value but are not attractive enough for you is best. And then after the new moon, buying would go smoothly and peacefully. And other than that, this new moon and the few days right after it is also a brilliant time to make new plans regarding how you make money, how much, whether you want to change something about it, and how, budgeting for the year ahead, etc. If you are dealing with getting less money that you didn't earn yourself, or if you are a recovering debt addict, this type of planning may be painful but necessary. What may help you and support you in making financial plans is Jupiter in Cancer. It's influencing this new moon, and so whatever your financial situation, try thinking about your optimistic vision for the future, years ahead, and factor that in. I'm talking 10, maybe 20 or 30 years ahead. If you imagine the life you want to live then and how you're going to get there, and reframe the next year as the way to getting there, making the right decisions will be much easier. Speaking of Jupiter, it is strong and kind in Cancer, and it will remain there until the summer of 2026, helping you build strong social connections, networks, finding your audience, maybe. And it's even more helpful in creating this positive image of a possible future that is worth working towards. All of that is happening all the time. Jupiter is in Cancer, so from summer 2025 to summer 2026. But this month, specifically for most of the month, this Jupiter is also forming a hard aspect with the wounded asteroid Chiron. It's a bit of a conflict, but within this conflict there is healing potential, since both the celestial bodies are really into healing. So if nothing hurts, just skip this segment. But if you are dealing with some psychological problems or with medical problems that are too personal or too heavy to be the topic of small talk, talking to a community of people with similar problems may be an enormous help. And having a positive idea of a possible future may give you strength and motivation needed to deal with whatever it is that's hurting. A big shift this month is the planet Neptune retrograding back into Pisces from Aries, where it has spent the past 6 months. Neptune is a slow planet. It takes years to go through one sign, and normally Neptune's yearly retrogrades are not informative or meaningful. This year, though, it is in the middle of shifting signs, just like most of the slow planets. And this year, their retrograde motion is going back to familiar territory to finish something up, to regroup before leaping forward, or to recharge. The Sirius Saturn already moved back into Pisces in September, and now Neptune will follow suit on the 22nd of October. That's extremely important for you because Pisces rules your important one-on-one relationships. Neptune and Saturn will stay here until February before moving on to Aries for good. So there must be something in some of your important relationships, not necessarily romantic, but that as well, that needs addressing. It may be finishing some relationships or taking some other relationships to the next level. Getting married is also kind of fitting, but also making some decisions that feel mature, like you two are mature enough to decide to do that or to not do that, whatever that is. Finally, my favorite part of the month is what's happening in Scorpio, which is your area of information, communication, intellectual labor, and mobility. Mars spends all of the month there, and where Mars goes, action and drive follow. So you must be intellectually active this month. Talk a lot, move around, meet people, exchange ideas, and so on. On the 6th of October, Mercury joins Mars to make all of that even quicker, more efficient, also more creative and deep. It will also help your sense of humor, But the best thing happens in the final 10 or so days of October, when Mercury and Mars will be forming beautiful, helpful, easy aspects with Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, and Neptune that's also going to be in Pisces. This is a unique and amazing astrological situation. You will make the best of it after the new moon, so after the 21st. If you unleash your communicative genius and start creating, cooperating, and networking like crazy. Share your own ideas, ask people questions, try to come up with solutions together. The more you talk and listen and think and share, the more doors the planets will be able to open up for you. If you are unlucky and, for example, you get sick during those days, use the internet. Don't let the circumstances stop you from exchanging ideas with people who may be interesting or interested. And that's it. My favorite part is clearly you being intellectually and socially active, but you also have a good opportunity to sort out your money, to shop, and to be lovely. Have a beautiful October, Virgo.